But I do love love, and I have so much shame, guilt for like liking people. I'm much more comfortable with like sexuality. I don't want to like this girl because that's not what I had set out for me, and I feel like that's not what people expect from me. Hello guys, and happy Valentine's Day. This video is probably going to come out after Valentine's Day because as I'm filming, it is Valentine's Day. We're going to be talking about everything love. I've just kind of writing like my thoughts on love and relationships in my notes app as someone who's never been in a relationship and has little to no romance experience. I don't know, I just want to be more open with you guys, and I feel like this is kind of a good video where you guys can just get to know what goes on in my brain. If you know me, you would know I'm very emotionally avoidant. Like I don't really, well, I'm anxious avoidant. I feel like because of that, a lot of people would assume that like I don't like love, and that I'm very, because sometimes I can be very like ew, why would I get into a relationship? Like why would I allow myself to be vulnerable and let someone know all of my flaws? And they, because in my mind there's like two parts of me. There's a part of me that wants to like be in love, because ever since a child I was a hopeless romantic. Like I always dreamed of my fairy tale ending. And there's also the part of me that's like, oh my gosh, if I fall in love with somebody, or if I even like someone, and they're gonna find out all of my flaws, and they're gonna know how to take me down and strip me as a human being one by one. My friendships are like that too, where I'm very surface level with my friends. Like I rarely talk about the things that are bothering me, and if I do talk about the things that are bothering me, it's kind of in a jokey manner. Like I never want to sit down and really have a serious conversation, which I'm literally doing right now on the internet. So, but I do love like I love when people find their person that just makes them feel like they can truly be themselves. And I also think another reason why I have such an issue with relationships, and just this also goes in with friendships, is because I am a people pleaser, and I am always constantly putting on like a show, which I need to stop doing, because it gets to the point where I'm performing for so long, and then I get tired of having to put on this act and put on this show for people, and then I just get utterly exhausted, and then you kind of start like growing to resent the people that you hang out with, which is such a weird thing, because it's like I'm the one who's causing my issue. Why am I growing to resent them when they don't know that I'm putting on a show? Right. With me in saying that I do want love, the older I get, I'm like, girl, let's see how long I can be single for, because realistically, I think I could do another 10 years. Even with saying all that, there is a part of me also that like yearns for romance and love, and I want to be in love, which I hate admitting because I don't want to have to rely on someone. Wait, also, we're not talking about the dress. I am wearing a dress today. It has roses on it. It has a bow in the middle. My other issue with love and avoiding it is because of the way I was raised. I was raised in a very traditional, religious Christian household. For the first couple of my years, I thought like liking someone was like something you always had to hide from your family. Like, and like even in middle school, whenever I liked someone, I was like, oh my gosh, like my family can't find out. Having like these thoughts and feelings about people, especially if they're the same gender as me. And I feel like relationships and sex was such a taboo topic, even such a crazy thing to say out loud. And I have to like untrain my brain. There's nothing wrong with having desires, wanting to like someone. Like I'm a girl, I shouldn't be promiscuous. There's nothing wrong with that. It's normal. And this goes back to like a lot of like childhood experiences where I was found out for liking someone, and it was made to seem like it was wrong, and I have so much shame, I think, and guilt for like liking people. And I think as I've gotten older, I've kind of gotten a little more comfortable with that, and I'm just like, it's whatever. I hate the idea that someone can have such that big of an effect on me. And like with friendships, when I get really anxious, like, oh my gosh, they don't like me anymore, like because I feel so anxious and I just keep thinking about it, I get to a point where I'm like, wait, why am I putting myself through this? I'm just gonna completely leave them alone, which sometimes I think is a good thing, because it's done good, but I think it also has done harm in some places, because there'll be times where I'll be having a friendship little roughed or tiffed, and then I completely just am like, this is making me feel too many emotions right now, and I'm not the best communicator. So then I'll just be like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna end this because that seems like the only way to solve this problem, which is not good, and I am working on it. Do I have one friend? Yes, I do. Do I live in my room and I leave my house maybe once a week? Yes, I do. But progress is progress, baby. It's fine. We're gonna get there. I think up until recently, I started getting much more comfortable with like sexuality. I've been getting more comfortable with not really like labeling myself, because that's the big thing I hate about like labels. I feel like when you say that you're one orientation, people put you to a box and they kind of hold you to that. What I like to say for myself is I can really see myself falling in love with absolutely anyone. I'm very vibes based, and yeah, and I think because of that, like I used to kind of suppress that idea of myself because I was a romance girly down. My dream fantasy in my head when I was younger, I'm gonna marry a husband. I'm gonna marry a husband, and then we're gonna have a nice, we're not gonna have kids, because I knew I didn't want kids from a young age. Ever since I saw those pregnancy videos in my 8th grade biology class, I was like, yeah, no, I'm not having kids, because I refuse to. We're gonna have our dogs, our cats, our nice house, and it's gonna be great. And that's my fairy tale ending. In elementary and like middle school, I always knew that I wasn't fully like 100% like, you know, I would be like, oh, I don't want to like this girl because like that's not in my fantasy mold. Like that's not what I had set out for me, and I feel like that's not what people expect from me. Girl, who cares? I've really just gotten to the point of not caring, and I also think I don't really like labeling myself, is because when you put labels, people expect you to be 50-50, and I'm like, nothing in life is completely 50-50. I had a year where I was like, ugh, I don't want like no men, please, no men, no men. And I'll only look at girls and I'll be like, oh my gosh. But I've also had years where I want a man. I know, which is so sad because it's like I have the choice of women. You know what I hate about Valentine's Day? It's not even the couples that are just posting, spamming like Valentine's Day stuff and I'm still single. I don't even care about that because I'm like, period. It used to be such a big thing in my house, right? And my mother, she, shout out to my mom, because she used to always get me and my sister gifts for Valentine's Day, and my grandpa used to always get stuff for my grandma, and it was like a big thing. And yeah, but this just has to do with holidays in general. I feel like as I've gotten older, all these holidays have lost their glitz and glam, and I'm really mad. Like this year, my mother told me, Kiana, do not get anything for me for Valentine's Day. And I was like, what? But she was like, seriously, don't get me anything. I don't want anything. And I was like, and she was like, if you buy me anything, I'm gonna be mad. And I was like, why are people ruining these holidays for me? Like my love language is gift giving. Because this year for Valentine's Day, we were gonna make like sweets, but then I didn't end up going to the grocery store. And literally after this, I'm going to take this dress off and I'm probably just gonna put on sweatpants. I like someone, I feel like I don't really show it to them. Like I try to. My favorite story, so when I like this guy and this girl was like, oh, are you guys like a thing? Like, do you like him? And I literally said, ew, why would I like him? Girl, I liked him so bad. My brain, like when I like someone, I'm just like, no. I will never admit to myself that I like them. A big part of it also though is because I don't know what I want. I did grow up I didn't really get any romantic attention when I was growing up. Because of that, like I have this weird mindset where it's like I think I can only get what I can get. The standards are low, and I would like to learn what it is that I want and what it is that I like. Sometimes I'm like, am I crushing right? Like, am I liking people right? Because I usually can never tell if I actually like someone or if I just like the attention that they're giving me, which is not good. See, like, this is why everything is too complicated. To end this video off, I'm just gonna tell you guys some of the things that I love. I love my family, and I love that I can be myself around my family more than I can be with anyone else. I'm very happy for my friend that I have. She's great. She can put up with me because I know I am quite hard to put up with sometimes. Out of everything I love myself. I guess I'm starting to learn to love myself. I've been working out, taking care of myself, getting ready more, and just putting in effort in myself. And I love that I've been doing that for myself. That's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this little sit down video type style. Bye guys!